In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight, B-Wop tells the stories under the bright lights. In the sun, it can't be done. The crowd fades.
Right there. Him.
I've been chasing these dreams, falling down my team. I make bread while I sleep. I don't stress, I just breathe. Being broke ain't my thing. I've been chasing these dreams.
What's going on, family? You watching Sports Talk with B-Wop. I'm your host, your boy, Bernard Watts. I'm gonna mess that up again. Hey, I'm Bernard Watts. You watching Sports Talk with B-Wop. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Only thing we ask that you do as you come in and talk to the #1 chat on YouTube is hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Also, want to thank everybody who has joined the membership. The membership crew is the ones who have sponsored this show for this month. And we want to say thank you to them. Also, guys, give a special shout out to Miss D. Miss D, everything that you do to help this broadcast be available to you, we want to thank her for her assistance. All right. I want to talk about Shedeur standings. Once again, you know we got to talk about Shedeur standings, and we're going to talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. They named their starting quarterback, KSalter, right? Doing their pressing today. But it's Tuesday night. You already know. Got JR Boxing and Unc Steve. Y'all excuse me. Unc Steve tonight. Unc Steve said he's running about 5 or 10 minutes late. So he'll be here around about 8:15 hours. So got JR backstage, and we want to thank everything that they do for Sports Talk with B-Wop. It cannot go unnoticed. They are some good guys, stand-up guys that sacrifice their time from their family just to come on here and be with me, and I'm grateful for that. I just want them to know. And I'm grateful for you all, too. For every time I come on, y'all support me, all right? Just want y'all to know that. I appreciate you. It don't cost you nothing. Just hit that like button and put a comment in the comment section. Talk to the chat. They are professional. They know the game, and they're respectful. And that's what I like. All right. We're getting ready to talk. Let me bring up JR, and we finna get into it. My dog is in the building. What's up, JR?
Yo. B-Wop,
how you feeling today, man? How was your day? How was your day, bro?
Oh man, it was good, man. You know, just had to tend to some husband duties and cut the yard and just get stuff ready, clean out the trash can outside, all kind of
That's
stuff.
that retirement life, what it's all about. They give you a list,
man.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
I gotta do
man.
this. I'd rather go back to the job, man.
Hey, I said that today, man. I said, you want me to do what? I said, I'm gonna get me a job, dude. She said, I've been trying to tell you. I said, shoot, Never mind. I don't want now.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, oh, I'm good, man.
I don't want now. I don't want one. I don't want now another job. I need one. You know, it's rough trying to hang around for that 31st at the end of the month check, but hey, I just like my bed.
Yep.
You know,
It do feel
my free
good
time.
waking up a little later. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
man, I don't got my time. So shoot, man. Shoot, let them young bucks get out there and get it. Jeremy Jones, appreciate you for becoming a member of the family. Appreciate you, big dog. Want to thank chat. I all say appreciate you to Jeremy Jones for becoming a new member of Sports Talk. Will be watched. Welcome to the family. I'm telling you, got one of the best YouTube family on YouTube. I do that. I do. I do. Let me say hello to the chat. And JR, give me a few minutes and we'll get with it, bro.
Absolutely, sir.
If you don't mind, whenever the super chats come in, you handle them for me.
I got you. I
All right.
got you.
Uncle Steve say he running a little late. He text say he running late. All right,
Got
let's
you.
get into it. All right, we got George. What's going on? Jeanette Fox. Miss D, appreciate you. She a sponsor of the show. Appreciate you, Miss D. Crystal Wise Williams, membership. Miss Lady, Candles, appreciate you. Another membership. FD. What's up, FD? I love CC, another member. She do everything she can for this broadcast, and she my dog, man. She my dog. She's the
CC.
she's the administrative assistant. That she take care. She 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 the boss lady. Coach G is at the building. Miss Crystal Wise Williams is here. MSD, what's up? Miss Patricia McGee is here. Sabrina Blankenship.
There
Lewis,
you
what's going
go.
on? What's going on, Little John? Little John, what's going on? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Miss Fat is here. Miss Fat, what's going on? Fat you. Who else I got? Miss Carolyn. Miss Carolyn's in the building. PC is in the building. I told y'all. I told you. They be here for me. They be here for me. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Get my likes up, y'all. Get my likes up. Miss Robertson, what's going on? Obviously, said y'all give about 10 or 15 minutes. Andrew, Tell Isaac, Miss M. Allison, what's going on? School, what's up? Miss Kimberly Nash Williams, what's going on? Hey, family, y'all do my favor. Kenny Wills, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for supporting the broadcast, man, everything that you do. My dog, RD, what's going on? Appreciate you. Hey, if you're tuning in, you know I got 2 videos that I dropped. If you don't mind, go over there, check them out. Check the 2
Hmm.
videos that I did earlier. Just hit them. Get my views up on them. Thank y'all. Appreciate you. Miss Sharon, what's going on? I got y'all. I got you. We gonna get you. I'm gonna get every last one until I get through. Get to the end. Michael, what's up? What's going on? Kenny Wilson said, pass that word around. That salt shaker. Yeah. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it tonight. We're gonna
B
talk about
Watts boy.
it. That's my dog. That one. Y'all know we're gonna talk about it. What's going on, Jabbar? Rock girl. What's going on? Appreciate you for rocking with me again. Ring my bell, 27, new person. Appreciate you. Lisa G, what's going on? Miss Robinson is in the building. Miss D, one of the sponsors of the show, said hello to everybody. All right. I think that's everybody. I got everybody to start the show. I can start the
Yep.
show.
You see the
Uh,
comment from Danny Lil John? Can you highlight Danny Lil John for me? For me, B
Danny Lil
Watts?
John.
Danny Lil John and the East Side Boys.
Okay, right there.
Nah, it's one. It's a $2 holler. $2 holler from Danny Lil John.
Uh, it's a super chat.
That's a super chat. Two
There, just
dollars.
right
Two
there, big
dollars.
dog.
There you go. Hey, salute to Danny Lil John and the East Side Boys. Y'all know what it is. Hey, congrats to Jimmy, LaJonte, Shedeur, BJ. Hey, it's a beautiful thing, like Bucky would say, man. It's a beautiful thing for them young men to make a 53-man roster, man. Can't forget about Zay Weaver out there too in Arizona. They're a little bit slow putting out their roster, but Zay Weaver, shout out to him, man. Word on the street is that for the second year, he's on the 53-man roster as well. But shout out to Dan and Lil John for the $2 holler. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Lil John. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Elijah Watson, Chad Griffin is in the building. Appreciate y'all tonight. We appreciate y'all tonight. Maria S is in here. Is in the building. Got sis here. Appreciate it. Y'all get them lights up for me. Get the lights up. Appreciate it.
Run them
Pat
up.
Williams here. What's up, Pat? Jill, appreciate everything you do for the broadcast, man. Appreciate it. Miss Brown, what's going on? How y'all feeling? Thank y'all for rocking with us. All right, we finna get into this thing. All right, we appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. We got 250 right here. Come on, let me get about 250 likes. Give me 250 likes tonight. All right, Alan, what's going on? Doing all right? TM, what's going on? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you was right again, my dog. You was right again. You was right again. They
Hold,
was
hold
gonna
on, hold on,
trade.
hold on, hold
They
on.
was
Bring me a
gonna
little
they
bit.
gonna trade. Get it figured and what? I said, no, I gotta tell JR you was right again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Y'all
you're
hear that,
right, big
chat?
dog. You right. They trade. They
Y'all hear
trade.
that, chat?
Hey, I gotta give him credit where credit due. But you're right, big dog. They got rid of Kenny Pickett yesterday, and they broke the chat, broke the news. I said, I got
Mm-hmm.
that chat out there. But they broke the news to me. Reverend Nelson, what's going on? While I was doing the live, man, I said, dog, man. I said, y'all serious? They broke that news. Said, yep, they did what they
Mm-hmm.
did. So they trimmed the roster down in the quarterback room. It's down to three, and the head coach, he man looked like it ain't gonna be no quarterback competition. He went on and said Dylan Gabriel is quarterback number two.
Yeah.
JR. So what you think about the moves that the head coach and the Cleveland Browns have already made?
Uh, Look, I mean, B Watts, we already talked about. Hey, appreciate, shout out B Watts for giving JR his flowers. You know what I'm saying, off
Yeah.
the rip. Appreciate. That's a good brother right there, cause he could have stalled it out. He good brother. But look, I was thinking like the whole time as we hear Kevin Stefanski come out and say, and Andrew Berry come out and say, they was kind of lockstep in what they were saying. Look, we're an organization that feel like we could take four quarterbacks into the NFL season. I'm just like, God,
Yeah.
that just don't sound right. Most NFL franchises, they'll take 2 to 3 quarterbacks into the NFL season, just depending the organization, right? And I'm
Right.
like, but 4 is unheard of because we know Deshaun Watson is guaranteed money, but he's not going to be on the active roster because he's still rehabbing the injury. So I'd be like, man, it's almost essentially like you taking 5 quarterbacks if you were to
Mm.
go with 4 on the roster, to include Kenny Pickett. So I knew something had to shake. Something had to shake. And then the value that they got back in return, look, they traded Kenny Pickett for a 5th round pick. Guess what they got back? A 5th round pick.
Right.
So next year, Cleveland is looking to, have about 10 draft picks in the 2026 NFL draft. So those rookies would not hold as much value. I mean, you would essentially either lost value trading the rookie away. So it makes sense to trade the more guy with NFL experience and Kenny Pickett. And he was on the chopping block. Look, if you're in the cold tub, you can't get in the club.
Right.
So they had to ship him off, whether you healthy or not. Well, they wouldn't listing you as healthy. So they kept saying your hamstring, you're getting minimal reps, through the tail end of training camp. So they just said, look, man, we could do better. We feel comfortable with these 2 rookies and going into the season with a veteran quarterback like Joe Flacco. And so, look, the good thing is Shedeur a little bit closer to seeing that field,
Right.
right? So when Kevin Stefanski come out and say development, right?
Right.
Hey, now it has to hold truth to that statement when it
Yeah.
comes to development.
Right.
So, and that goes for Shador as well. He got to go in the building and be, if not the hardest working guy, because your reps are going to be limited in practice. You're going to get a lot of time. You're going to get a lot of film time, but you're not going to get a lot of on the field time
Right.
through the week because you're
Right.
game planning for another team. So Shador has to go in, and he still has to have the most strongest mindset of all because your dream is right there in front of you, but it's so far away at the same time, right?
Right.
So he I like the situation that Shedeur is in. We all feel, me and you, B Watts, definitely feel that Joe Flacco is not going to hold up through an NFL season just due to age and
Mhm.
the offensive line play, quite frankly. So if he doesn't hold up, and if Dylan Gabriel gets in there in front of you, and let's say he lays an egg or he gets injured himself, at the snap of a finger, you could go from being the emergency quarterback to being the guy.
Yeah,
But you got to be mentally prepared. You got to be locked in. You still got to be the first guy in, last guy at the building, because that's a dream you want for yourself. And you
right,
don't let nobody take that dream away from you. So he's in a good situation. Put your head down, young man. Continue to work, and hopefully we see you on the field 2025. But if not, we know you in the background, and we know you're working as hard as possible. So ain't nothing wrong with that.
right, right. I hear what you're saying. I agree with everything you just said. But Kevin Stefanski said now he been telling us we just didn't want to hear him. And Jr. Jizzle just posted. He said, Jizzle said, I don't like the way they going about it, but they might just be trying to actually develop Shedeur. That's what my neighbor told me. That's what my uncle told me. He said, y'all just don't want to hear it. They trying to develop
Hmm.
Shedeur, and
Hmm.
y'all ain't patient. Now, chat, I'm going to ask y'all, chat, do y'all think Kevin Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns is trying to develop Shedeur Sanders? I already know what they're going to say, but I won't get them involved. But check this out, though. Also, one of my friends say Shedeur just might not know the plays yet, y'all. We ain't inside the building. I said, yeah, you're right. He might not know. He told me, he said, Shedeur, he just stopped me the video, and Shedeur came out and said he's not where he wants to be. I said, yeah, he did say that. Could it be, JR, that Kevin Stefanski is really, really, really trying to develop Shedeur? And he don't say it. He ain't putting him out there till he's sure that he can handle it.
Yeah, look,
I don't
two
know.
things could be true.
I ain't behind the scenes. I ain't never been in no classroom with Shedeur. I don't know what he know or what he don't know. And when you listen to Pat Sherman in the past, said he had to run the plays for Shedeur to what he like to run.
Hmm.
Well, he out there in Cleveland, he can't run what he want to run. He got
Hmm.
to run what they want to run.
Yeah. Look, B Watts, I agree with you, man. Two things can be true, right? And chat, please don't beat me up too bad. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know they
I
chomping
mean,
at the
they
bit,
could.
boy.
And another thing,
They
let me get this
ready.
off. I ain't, I'm just trying to Mr. Brady say, hell no. Hey, maybe, maybe Dylan Gabriel is more advanced than Shedeur. He played 6 years in college.
Y'all, B Watts said that, y'all,
I'm talking
not
about
me.
knowledge wise. I ain't talking about on the field. We know Shedeur is better on the field, but
Hmm.
Cleveland Brown front office is running things different than the average. The average NFL room. Because when Russell Wilson was with Seattle, Pete Carroll didn't give a damn. He said, hey, he that good on
Yeah,
the field.
yeah.
But Cleveland Browns, you got to know who you're dealing with. Andrew Barry. Where did he go to school? He went to an Ivy League school. They are hung up on analytics, bro. They want you to do that teach back. I keep trying to
Yeah.
tell you my story. When I went to my job for law enforcement, they ain't give a damn what I know on the street. They want to know, can I teach it back what I'm doing and what they
Hmm.
don't taught me. I'm just saying, could it be, hey, it is what it is, what I just said. Could it be? Could it be?
I mean, look, I'm gonna say this: two things could be true, but I'm not going denounce either side or say who's better or anything like that. But I just listen for the breadcrumbs. And B Watts, I messaged you right on that Saturday when Cleveland was playing, and I was like, "Dog, did you hear what Andrew Barry said
Exactly. Boy,
in
I
that
said,
booth?" Right?
yeah, I had to go back and
And
listen. I had to go back and listen to it, bro. He down here calling dumb.
I look, without saying that, I was like, "Man, Google." Hey Siri, soon as I got home, hey Siri, how hard is it to learn Mandarin? And then Google, Google and Siri, it's extremely hard to learn Mandarin if you da 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 blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, okay. So when I hear Andrew Barry up in the booth saying, just imagine, you've been learning English all your life, and then I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember exactly what he said,
You
but
said it right. That's
yeah,
exactly what you said.
if you've been learning English all your life, and then now all of a sudden we drop you off somewhere and you just have to know Mandarin, then it's kind of like, that's a, and I was kind of like, hey dog, like, is that a compliment or is that a backhanded compliment? What are you trying to say? And then I thought about it a little bit more, and I was just like, well, going back to Colorado, look, if Shedeur was comfortable running certain things at Colorado, it don't diminish his talent on the field or anything like that. But could there be a learning curve to, hey, what you've been doing, for a certain time, and now you're getting here and there's certain terminology that you're trying to pick up on and understand better, stuff like that. So what? Look, two things could be true. The thing that's the truth is that you can't deny the young man's talent. He's very talented, but he also has some room to grow. And if the Cleveland Browns are willing to invest in him and develop him and keep him on a 53-man roster where he could truly be developed, then I'm all for it, right?
But check this out, though, JR. Check this out. If you've been known to be a quarterback killer, if you've been known as an organization haven't developed nobody, and you hear the whispers, and you looking at what you have done in the past, maybe they trying to correct what they have done in the past and start developing. That's why they went and got two rookie quarterbacks to see which one that they can develop and stick with the plan. Because they failed Johnny Manziel. They
Mm-hmm.
failed the quarterback that was at who was that? Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Watson failed. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe, I'm just saying maybe, I don't know. I'm on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
It just seems like something is hindering Shedeur to get the chance that he deserves. And the play on the field is not matching up with what's going on the inside. Maybe Kevin Stefanski is looking for something different than what Shedeur is doing on the field, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. I'll
Yeah.
take that
Look.
teach back. That teach back is hell. I went through that.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. I was slow getting it too. But over time, every time I kept going over and over and over and over, I got it. I try not to be one of the best.
Yeah. Look,
It takes time.
the organization only going to put so much in front of you as far as when it comes to development. Look, they invest in you, but when it comes to development, it comes down to the individual themselves. Like, how do they take to the development? And it's a lot of politics in the NFL.
Yeah,
And
we're gonna talk
speaking of
about that.
Johnny Manziel, look, Johnny Manziel was his aura was just as big, if not bigger, than Shadeur's
Yeah,
when he
bigger.
came out. But
Yeah,
look, Johnny Manziel, he suffered from his own success, man. He didn't take it serious. He didn't, he was pretty much alcoholic. He confessed to that. He confessed to hard drug use and things like that. So he allowed himself to spiral out of control. Baker Mayfield, unfortunately, went through a coaching change. Hugh Jackson was the coach that drafted Baker Mayfield. And then
right.
shortly after that, Hugh Jackson, a black man, got fired in Cleveland. Then
Yep.
in brings they had an interim coach in the standpoint. I think his name was Freddie Kitchens or something like that. See, y'all done made me go do a little Browns history because that ain't my team. But they had Freddie Kitchens to stand in for him, and then he walks in Kevin Stefanski, the quarterback whisperer, right? But I'm gonna say philosophically, Baker Mayfield and Kevin Stefanski, they was like oil and water. They just didn't go together. So Kevin
Right.
Stefanski got him up out of there. And then you bring in Deshaun Watson, the owner, big on Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson had a story off the field, but on the field, relative to play, he played exceptionally well for my Houston Texans. Um, but then the character issues, that you bring up and signing them for the most guaranteed money ever in the NFL and things like that. look, that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Deshaun Watson was also nearly two football seasons removed from NFL play. So you're rusty. At that time, you signed him to that much money. The offensive line wasn't very good. All kind of things played in those factors. Because Deshaun Watson was already developed as an NFL quarterback. It was proven on the field. But when you almost two NFL seasons removed, of course there's going to be rust. And then when you have poor offensive line play in front of you, again, Deshaun Watson got hurt running for his life. That tells you that offensive line wasn't very good. So look, I don't know if it's just bad luck for Cleveland. Quite frankly, I don't care for the Browns, not my team. But as a a fan of Shedeur, I have to believe in something, right? My parents would always tell me, "Hey, if you don't stand for nothing, believe in something." All right. So I gotta believe that when Kevin Stefanski say, "Well, we want to work with our young guys and develop them, not just the quarterbacks, but every player across that field," it makes me think about guys like Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett, a freak of talent coming out of college, seems like he developed pretty well in the Cleveland Browns system, right? Denzel
Yeah,
Ward, another highly regarded guy out of Ohio State. It seems like he bowled very well in the Cleveland organization. Those are two of the highest paid guys on that team right now. So I look at things like that and I'm like, look, if guys are willing to put in the work, they'll be developed in the NFL. And that's the NFL for you.
yeah. It's just that I try to read and I try to hear what each person is saying and try to put the puzzle together. Shadul said this, they saying this, and you try to match and see which one's what. Then Kevin Stefanski say one thing, then he'll go on another channel and tell nothing. I said, damn, is he two-faced or is he lying? Or you don't know what to believe because he lies so much, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's trying to cover it from the press or he trying to humble Shadul or it's the politics that I want to talk about. Shadul is up against the politics of that draft. And he can't run from it, he can't escape it. They gonna give Dylan Gabriel the first shot, and it just proved that today when he did his presser that he
Hmm.
gonna be QB2. That's what Shador is going up against. They sticking with that draft with Andrew Berry's draft. They
Hmm.
sticking with it no matter what play out. No matter what play out. Y'all told me, and it came to truth. They want that Flacco, the starting quarterback, and he get rid of Kenny Pickett. I give y'all credit on that. You, Miss Phillips, Unc Steve, and the chat. And everything done played out. And Dylan Gabriel was drafted in the third round, Shador in the fifth round, and they gonna let that thing play out just like that. Only
Hmm.
way to get that field, Joe Flacco get injured, hope he don't, or he just fall on his face. And the same thing with Dylan Gabriel, injured, or it just ain't going right, and then Shador gonna be up next. That's
Hmm.
why he got to stay mentally checked. He got to stay mentally checked in, understanding everything because them reps that he won't get no reps.
Yeah.
He'll get with the scout team to make the defense, first team defense better. But I mean, I'd rather him to do that than just sitting over there on the sideline just looking. And
Yep.
Kevin Stefanski also said he'll dress out to be the third string emergency quarterback.
The emergency quarterback. Yeah. I mean, at that point, you have to. You have to dress him out. Again, we're talking about Joe Flacco. He going into his 18th year of the NFL. And so if he doesn't hold up, you one sack away, one freak injury away from Dylan Gabriel, your QB2 being in there, and Dylan Gabriel experience, albeit 6 years of college football. College football is vastly different from the NFL. So you
Right.
have two inexperienced guys behind a very experienced guy. So look, that's dicey within itself. But I kind
Right.
of felt I was like, look, if the way they're saying it, look, we're gonna go into the season with four quarterbacks and stuff like that just don't make no sense, dog.
Right.
Somebody getting traded.
Yeah,
And
you did
who was
that.
trading for Joe Flacco? I don't think anybody trading for Joe Flacco. They rather take the younger guy. And again, they got a deal where they could at least obtain the draft pick back that they traded for Kenny Pickett. So they hopped on that and sent them over to Las Vegas with the Raiders. But like you said, B Watts, it's up to Shedeur to stay mentally strong, stay locked in when he in the facility, and then hey, you improve your game from there. Some of the mechanics that you need to work on, that's what you need to be addressing. Some of the reads that you need to be working on, that's what you need to address. Because the
Yeah.
narrative can't be, well, if he get in there and then he still look the same, Cleveland to give him a shot, it'll be the number one offensive line.
Right.
It'll be the number one running back. It'll be the number
There
one
you go.
receivers. So then
Yeah.
it falls back on who? The individual himself. Now, I believe the young man has it in him to be a professional because that's how his daddy raised him, right? That's what we've seen. That's what has been depicted to us. So I don't think he's going to shy away from that. I think now he's gonna hold on even tighter to those words to say, I remember those conversations my pop had with me. I remember those opportunities, those tough situations when I was on the football field. Let me hold back on to that. Let me get myself back refocused, locked in, because when the odds are stacked against you, you got to fall on something. You got to believe in something. And so Shador gonna believe in what was instilled in him from Coach Prime, and he gonna work hard and he gonna be dedicated to his craft to put himself in a position where he wants to be. So that may
Right.
not come, may not come when you want it, but it's gonna be there right on time.
Right.
So we may want it right now for Shador, but it'll be there right on time.
Yeah.
So he just
I
got to
agree.
keep working. That's
He
it.
got to keep working. Like I said, it
Mhm.
ain't no bad thing. If he ain't starting or he ain't playing, that's how he throwing that football and keeping
Exactly.
that. And he'll be getting ready because he's going up against the number one defense. And when that
Exactly.
time comes, and to me, I believe he's gonna play earlier than we think.
Yeah.
I don't think them two quarterbacks gonna last. What defense in the NFL, especially Cincinnati and Baltimore, in that side they locker room, that coach said, okay, y'all want to let a 40-year-old quarterback beat y'all? That owner gonna come in halftime and say, okay, I'm gonna sit back and let a 41-year-old quarterback beat y'all, and I'm paying you million.
Hmm.
Man, ain't no whether that ain't gonna happen. So then they got to pivot to guess who? Pivot to DB.
Yeah.
What? Here go another owner. So y'all gonna let a midget get out there and just beat y'all? Only thing he can throw is a out pattern, 2 yards out and throw it. That gonna be motivated. I mean, hell, the owner ain't got to say it. The people on the inside of the building saying the
They
teammates saying
said
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man, we gonna let this little 5'7" little dude beat up, man. So they
Yeah.
gonna motivate themselves. That's why Shador got to stay mentally strong, take advantage of whatever they tell him to do because his time gonna come, bro.
It's
I
gonna
get him.
come.
I get them 10 games. After that 10th game, man, Shador will have 7 games to show the Cleveland Browns that he's that dude. But
Yeah.
he got to
Look,
stay locked in. He got to stay locked in, though.
gotta stay locked in, man. And look, if the worst thing that can happen for Shador as the individual on the team, the worst thing that can happen is that the Browns have tremendous success this year and he don't see the field. Because if the Browns were winning, if Joe Flacco cooking and they, second in the division or first in the division, or they're looking to get a wild card positioning when it comes to the playoffs, that's the worst thing that can happen for Shador because he ain't gonna see the field. The
Right,
best case scenario is, bad play, injuries, and he's still getting himself ready and he get out on the field and he proves all the haters, all the doubters, Ron proves himself right and all of those things. But it's probably gonna be the latter, man. Cleveland, they're probably gonna be a team that's maybe middle of the road, so they probably won't be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs until like week 12 or 13 or something like that in a 17-week NFL season. So
mhm,
if Shador does get a shot, that's why I said if he gets a shot, it'll probably be like those last 3 games of the season. They want to see what the rookies got, you know, because they have a big decision to make next year with 2 first-round draft picks. Do they
right,
focus on continuing to develop Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, or do they get another quarterback, which they could do in the draft if they wanted to? We talking about 10 draft picks. So they got a lot of leeway to package things up, and they'll have the number one pick via the Jacksonville Jaguars. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of things that can occur. That goes again to the politics and to the administration of the NFL. It's a lot of politicking. It's a lot of calculated risk and things like that. And at the same time, Kevin Stefanski's still coaching for his job.
True.
So it's a lot that goes to it. But that's a bold decision. That's a bold decision. And so that lets me know at the top of the food chain, from Jimmy Haslam to Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, they must be like thick as thieves for you to be like, all right, well, we're going to go with the veteran and two rookies
But check this
when
out,
you
though.
coaching for your job. That's crazy.
Check this out, though, big dog. Check this out, though. What's up, Steve?
There you
Check
go.
this out, though. Check this out. Let me throw this at you. Let's say I go 0-6. First thing down. The general manager fires Kevin Stefanski. He promotes interim coach, the offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
What does that offensive coordinator say I want you to do?
Well, let me say this first. I don't think they'll promote Tommy Reese. He'll be the youngest NFL coach in the history.
What I
He'll
got to
be
do
an
with it?
intern. So I don't think they'll do
The
that.
Ram coach was the youngest coach in there.
Yeah, but the Rams coach was
He
also
ain't no
offensive.
head coach. They done gave up on the season already. They
Yeah,
need
but
somebody to get through the season. They 0-6.
yeah, I don't think they'll do that
Okay, then,
though.
well, who they gonna do then?
It'll
They
probably be
gonna
it'll probably be the defensive coordinator first because the OC. This is his first year being an offensive coordinator. I don't think nobody gonna go out of their way to do that. Look, when Sean McVay became the youngest
what was
coach,
up, Alabama head coach? Nick Saban.
no, he was an offense coordinator, but that's in college. That's a different level of football, man.
You go to college to get a job, Jr.
He was only the offensive coordinator for 1 year
Oh my God, chat,
at Alabama. Come on, B. White.
chat. Can
I'm just
y'all
saying,
tell
man.
Jr. You go up? You
Uncle
go up.
Steve, please let B. White know. Philosophically, I understand what he's saying, but in reality, I don't think they're gonna make. If that would have happened, I don't think they would make Tommy Reese the interim head coach. The experience is not there. They need an experienced person, especially after you fire the coach, to keep the team going in some type of direction. You put a young guy out there, it definitely go off the rails. So I'm just saying. But hypothetically, if that were to happen and Tommy Reese wanted Shedeur, then they better get to cooking because you're already behind the 8 ball. You 0-6. So you better get to cooking and you better do it fast. That's all I'm going to say. What up, Uncle Steve?
What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? Hey, I think we let's turn the boat around, baby. Let's turn the boat around. I
Nah,
think we
I won't turn around. I won't keep going.
no,
That
we
bridge
got
down there.
we
That
got to turn this
bridge
boat
down there.
around.
That bridge, that boat ain't
We
gonna go
gonna
up under
turn
that bridge.
We turning Amistad around, baby. We going
That,
back.
hey,
We going back to the motherland. We going back to the motherland.
hey,
You coming to the Americas. I'm going to the motherland. We turning around. It's
yeah,
Amistad, baby.
yeah. Look, that Brooklyn Bridge is still down there. That boat ain't gonna fit up under them.
Hey, and I ain't going to it. That's what they should have did when they saw it. They should have been, hey, turn around, steer it, steer this boat around, steer it around. But now let's check this out. What they have done is they have changed the narrative, and what y'all have done, y'all buying into it. Let's say this here. B Watts. Let's say this here. You can look at people's actions. You can look at people's actions. Let's go this direction. Does Kevin Stefanski show that he has any interest in Shedeur? That's the first question. People in the chat, give me a one, or one is yes, or just say yes or no if Kevin Stefanski shows any enthusiasm when it pertains to him talking about Shedeur. Now, he was talking about a defensive tackle, 66. I thought he was creaming on himself the way he was so excited talking about him. And Hutchinson, or whatever his name, whatever the Ian, whatever the guy named Huntington. He just, oh, I just love him. The way he does, he's undersized. And the way he talks about Dylan, he's just enamored with Dylan. What I'm telling you, if you go to work every day and your boss disrespects you every day, shows you no kind of enthusiasm, everything you do, yeah, we got to learn. We got more stuff we need to do. It wasn't just him. It's some things we need to clean up. Dylan, oh, the way he read that off, the way he ran that 2-minute warning. Oh, it was such it made me a little woozy the way he did it. Did you see the way Dylan threw that ball to the sideline and how he did? Did you see the way the computer put another mega chip in there and that mega chip just was running around? Oh, did you see? I heard a woman today. Did you see Dylan just so humble? He just gave all the credit to the offensive line. He said, well, he should. Hell, he didn't do nothing. What did he do? He didn't do nothing. And he did absolutely nothing in Oklahoma. He did absolutely nothing in Oregon. Did they win a national championship? No. What did he do anywhere he's been? He's just taking advantage of supreme talent with little, this is what he did. He got on the plane and the plane took off and he said, boss, the plane, and they love him. See, the problem is the people in Cleveland, they like the Love Boat, and because they love the Love Boat, they just enamored with Dylan. And what y'all have done, this is what y'all have done. The only one, it's a group of people who don't believe a doggone thing they say. That's Unc, the aunties, and the rest of Shedeur's fans. Because this is what you're not going to tell me. You told me, this is what you told me, Stefanski. It was going to be a competition. Chat, tell me yes or no to say whether or not it was a competition, a fair competition. Yes or no? Second question, you told us that your boy Littlefingers was the next Lamar Jackson. He's gonna win this job. You had B. Watts over there. B. Watts dancing. B. Watts saying, "Woo!" B. Watts was like the nature boy. Woo! Woo! Did you see Kenny? Kenny gonna be the starting quarterback. Pew, 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 pew. That's what B. Watts was saying. B. Watts was over there. Pew, pew, pew. Kenny gonna be the next starter. Did you see him run? Did you see run, Kenny, run, run, Kenny, run, run, Kenny, run, Kenny? So y'all was all on that. All y'all was drinking the Kool-Aid. Look at y'all. Y'all the Cowboy fan drinking the Kool-Aid. Listen what y'all were doing. I had to get on here because y'all believe them lies. The lies gonna stop tonight. They gonna stop tonight. I'm keeping going. Y'all took my time and now I'm getting it back. Let's go here. You said Dylan. You said Kenny was it. Kenny is playing at a level. He looked like Josh Allen. His finger's just a little bit smaller. That's all it was. His finger just a little bit. He's the next Josh Allen. You had my boy B. Watts up there. Oh, I'm putting my bald head on it. B. Watts up there. If I tell you to go to the moon, if I tell you cheese and crackers on the moon, you better get up and go there. That's what B. Watts sold him. So all I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. They have lied to us from day one. You had people go to that practice and watch Dylan look horrible. You had that Jackson guy. Now he's very credible. You had G. Bush. Man, like this dude was horrible. This dude couldn't even get the ball. What I'm telling you in the NFL is this. JR, this is what you should really know. If I'm racing horses, if I got a thoroughbred and I give you a mule, you think that's a fair race? But no. But you know what y'all did? Well, he had an opportunity. Hell, that ain't no opportunity. You, I tell you now, the people in Tuskegee, when they gave them that syphilis, they ain't had no opportunity to get no insulin. They didn't give them that. So don't tell me about that. Them Indians who was up there and they put smallpox in them blankets, they didn't get no opportunity. Those people in California who they took that cocaine up there and crack and gave it to them, they didn't have no opportunity. So miss me with that. And the next thing. Those people who marched that Capitol on January the 6th, and they walked them in there, and then they turn around a few years later, then they give them a pardon to get them out of there, and you tell me about fairness and what they won't do. Y'all can say whatever you want to. Let me knock this one on you. When those people had PTSD in the NFL and they had the information in the 80s. And they held that information and kept it away from people until those people died. And then they did this. Let's go again on this one here. When those individuals, Colin Kaepernick, when they knew they blackballed that man, and then you turn around and you pay him all that money. Let's go another one. Flores. When Flores went up there and Flores won that game, and that owner went and told him, don't win the game. Flores had documents on him. He taped him. And they came and paid Flores, who's the defensive coach from Minnesota. So don't tell me, and let's go again, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones got Mike over there telling him, Slave, you going to do what I tell you to do, and you under this contract for the next 3 years, and I don't even want you to talk to your agent. You need to get me and Michael Irvin in a room so I can talk to you. So don't tell me what they won't do. Those are facts. And if somebody want to get on here and say that's a lie, get on here and say it. Everything I said is a fact. And if you don't like it, I got 2 words for you. Deal with it. But DX will tell you this. DX will tell you to do. DX will tell you this. That's what DX will tell you. They'll tell you 2 words. I said 3. My wife said that was 3, but that's fine. You know what I mean, you mother hubbards. You know what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. So y'all done drank the Kool-Aid. Y'all getting on there talking like the woman. But Dylan, it's just the way Dylan does it. Let me tell y'all something, people. Y'all go to y'all work each and every day. And if you go to your work and that doggone boss of yours is going in there disrespecting you every day, telling you ain't about nothing, everybody else knows it, and you can feel the tension in the room, and you got the audacity, unmitigated gall to tell me I should be a good old boy. I should go in there and I should be nice and I should hold my... Man, skip that. I'm going in there like Malcolm X. I'm gonna knock the hell out of him, and I'm gonna tell him when I hit him, call the police, because as soon as the police come, I'm gonna stomp you again, because you ain't gonna treat me any kind of way. You could take this here and you can shove it up your candy, if you know what I mean. Now back to you, BY. Quit with all this foolishness. If y'all gonna drink the Kool-Aid, drink it, because y'all need to go there with Jim Jones. He has some Kool-Aid for y'all to drink, and I guarantee you wouldn't be coming back. Back to you, B. Watts.
Okay. Damn, he made up for them. Y'all. Okay, chat. Do you agree with Uncle Steve? Say yes or no. I need to chat.
Let me put my comment in the chat.
Steve, say yes or no.
Put my comment in the chat, man. Shout out to the chat, man.
They the number one review yesterday. They reviews them. Well, and they'll keep talking about shit. He still got 5 there, man. Yeah, he on one. He on one. Man, I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. All right. I'm gonna talk about one more thing about Shedeur and get off. All right. What game do we expect Shedeur to appear in out of 17 games? Talk chat. Go ahead, JR. Then we'll put you on the fire.
Yeah, I gave my answer, for the past 2 nights exactly, man. So if y'all been listening, I've been stuck around between games 14 and 17. Look, they're gonna put them in when mathematically there's nothing left for The Cleveland Browns. All right. So, barring any injury, if everything goes as scheduled, if Joe Flacco flames out and Dylan Gabriel gets his chance and just can't get it done, you'll be looking at Shedeur coming in around game 14, 15, 16, 17. So he'll have about 4 games, 3 to 4 games to prove himself if they're gonna, continue to put more development into his NFL career.
Let's go this way. They haven't done any development for Shedeur Sanders. And I'll say again, you can't develop somebody if you over there in Dylan's behind smelling everything he's saying. He's getting every rep. You got a guy that you knew you were going to trade. You knew you were going to trade Kenny Little Fingers. And then you knew Huntley, you weren't going to keep Huntley. Why were they even getting any reps? If you were telling me you were developing somebody, you developed somebody with those reps. And then you didn't even give Joe any reps. So my point was, it's only one person they were developing, and that was that's the plane, boss. That's the plane. So we can stop all that development crap. You ain't get so if you develop something, this is where I'm going. When did you develop it? If you don't get no reps, when do you develop? What you
Whoa,
do
whoa, whoa.
osmosis? You do
He,
osmosis. Oh, I'm
oh,
developed.
come
Oh,
on
let me
now.
think. No, sir. You get
He
no
got
credit. You and I
reps.
both know if you got bad habits where you go in there and you're sailing back, I'm not going to put a horrible offensive line in front of you to get you comfortable with that. I'm going to do max protection. So we can quit all of that. Oh, development. No, let's go this way then, JR, because I wanted to hit you with this one. Development. Name a quarterback he developed. Where is he at? Name me one. And then I heard you said, I heard you said something earlier. You said that my boy was developed Ward and my boy Miles Garrett. He didn't draft
Yeah.
them. He didn't draft either one of those. They were
But they
developed
still
before
got
he didn't
they still
develop
got
them. He
developed.
no, sir, it wasn't under them.
What do
It
you
wasn't
mean
under them.
Kevin Stefanski is
He did
going
not
on to
draft
be
Ward or Garrett.
just
He did
because
not
you don't
draft either.
draft them, does development stop after year one, Uncle Steve? Yes or no,
You
sir?
said he was a quarterback whisperer. You
Does,
said he was
does,
a quarterback
I didn't
whisperer.
say he
That's
was
a
a quarterback
defense. That's
whisperer.
Schwartz.
I didn't say he was
Huh?
a quarterback whisperer, but I said for the Cleveland Browns organization, if Kevin Stefanski, this is 6th year at
He
Cleveland.
di- he didn't
It's his
develop
sixth.
them.
It's his 6th year. How long has Miles Garrett been in the NFL? How long has Denzel Ward
He
been
didn't
in the
draft them.
NFL? So
He didn't draft them.
under the head coach, development still occurs after year one, two, three, four, five, six. You still get developed. You don't just get into the
Schwartz
NFL.
is the defensive coach.
You don't get into the NFL and boom, automatic after year one, we done developing you. That's not how you see, that's not how it works, man.
Schwartz is the
You know,
defensive coach.
that's not how it works, man. Even if it's
Schwartz is the no, 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 sir.
the
No,
head
sir.
coach still gets credit for the development. He the leader
Thank
of the
you. Thank you.
team. Come
You
on,
answered
man.
my question. You answered my question. So so he has not developed not one quarterback. What we doing that? And he is a quarterback, and he's an
I admitted
offensive
to that.
coordinator.
I said he didn't develop a quarterback. But if you don't believe in something, so what you saying now? Shedeur just need to give up? Because that's what it sounds like you saying to me. You
No,
said
no, no.
if
You
you
didn't hear me
go to
say
a
that. I
job
said,
and
I
your
said, I
boss,
said
hold
Shedeur
on,
need to be
I
like
let you
Malcolm
rock.
X.
I let you rock. I let you rock for about 10 minutes. I'm just trying to
You done
respond
rock
to
for
your
three
question.
days.
I'm trying.
Go,
I'm trying to respond to your question. You
go.
said essentially this is what I'm getting from you. You said if your boss don't like you and all of this stuff, you need to go in there like King Kong and tell them blah 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 what you ain't gonna do and all of that stuff. That's cool. You can do that if you got another job. But if you ain't got another job, you gonna go to that job, and if you got a dream of being an NFL quarterback, you gonna go in there and be a professional, whether they like you or not. So I'm saying Shedeur need to go in there, continue to be a professional, and develop under that system. However that looks. If he get 5 reps, 10 reps, 100 reps, you still need to take it upon yourself to be a professional and develop. That's all I'm saying. Now, whether the coach decides to develop you, the organization decides to develop you, but you in the system. You can't get developed if you cut. Where you going to develop at? You need to develop in an NFL program, and that's all I'm saying. So I don't
Okay.
want the words to get misconstrued. I ain't saying that I don't care about the Cleveland Browns organization, period, point blank. But what I care about is If I don't believe in something, you believe in nothing. So you telling Shedeur essentially, hey, don't believe what they tell you. So what? Don't show up to work, get fined, demand to be released or cut or waived or whatever. That's what he should do. Then who picks him up? If he went to the fifth round and we all in agreement that some type of way you a first round talent and you end up in the fifth round, there's something stinky in the water. So you in the NFL now. Now it's up to you to figure it out. You a professional. You a grown man. You better figure it out. That's the politics of life. If you don't figure it out, you'll be successful in doing something else, but it won't be an NFL quarterback. That's up to Shedeur to figure out. That's up to him, sir. That's all I'm saying.
Now we can go. Now we can go. This is what I'm saying. I will give you that part. My part is this. It's up to Shedeur to move his own mountain. He's not going to have any help when it pertains to the head coach. And when I was saying I was going in general as far as people when you come into your office and people are doing that. With him, he's playing it the right way. You go in there, you're going to be cordial, you're going to do what you're going to do, you're going to listen to what they got to say, and you're going to be respectful. That's neither here nor there. But my point
Mm-hmm.
is this. Now it's time for Shedeur to go and say, hey, that's when before practice, after practice, you're going to have to spend time with saying, hey, now I'm running these plays. Now I'm running these here sets. And what you do, you get a relationship with those guys on that practice team and say, hey, this is the time you can have people on that practice team who's trying to get better and who's trying to get up, elevated. And then you got some people who want to get more time. You work with them, say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. If you want to, you can come in there with me. I'll throw balls to you, blah, blah, blah. You can start running your sets. The only way 12 is going to develop, he's going to have to take initiative on his own, getting them books and stuff like that. But what I refuse to do is this, B. Watts, go on the narrative that he can't call people to the line of scrimmage. That come on, folks. Come on, folks. You got a wristband. You got a
Hey,
wristband on your wrist.
Right,
You got the
right.
play. They're reciting the play to you in your helmet. Come on, folks. Now I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the fact that you telling me he can't read a defense. That's a lie. His daddy is the boy been doing it for he was calling his own plays at Colorado. So I'm not hearing that. Now, what I will say is this: 12 went in there thinking that he had to save the world. And what you got to do when you're in a Kevin Stefanski's offense, you got to do the check downs. It's a simple offense. You're not going to get a lot of first downs sometimes. You're not going to get a lot of home run plays. Take the simple gimmies and go from there. So I'm JR. I'm 1,000% agreement with you when you said that. But what I will say is this one here. Kevin Stefanski is not interested at all at developing Shedeur Sanders. His interest is dealing to prove that general manager he was right about the plane. That's all he's about. I pay
I
attention
agree
to his
with you.
actions. I pay attention to his
That's what it
actions.
look
I don't
like.
pay
It's
attention to
like,
I pay attention to his actions. I can watch people. Like I watch somebody and I say, I can look at how your temperament is, and you can tell, oh, this person ain't feeling this at all. This person here, you can tell this person does not like this person. I can tell that the room is feel like it's something going on. You can tell those things when you be around a lot of people and you go through those. But what I am saying is this one here. 12, if 12 wants to be legendary, because you got to understand your audience. They are not feeling it. And something else I'm gonna tell his fans: y'all better not stop busting their heads to the white meat when they come out there and they criticizing him and lying on him. It's your job to go in there and beat the brakes off them in that chat thing and don't let them get away with it. Because if you notice it, the first thing they say is this here. They call us haters, and I can't. It's just such. I've never seen nothing like it. Yeah, I have. When January the 6th was, I saw plenty of them. I saw plenty of them. Told them when it came to them votes, they was rigged. I saw plenty of them. I saw plenty of them. We can go through history about what we saw. DEI, I heard plenty of them. Oh, they giving away our jobs. So don't tell me what they don't say. Don't tell me what they don't say. You ain't never seen it before. So all I'm saying is this. It's our duty and obligation. And when they tell a lie, I'm gonna call them a lie. I'm gonna tell them they're a bold-faced lie, they're a D lie, and I'm not gonna accept it. And I'm gonna go from there. But like you said, 12 has to take it amongst itself and
That's
say,
it.
I'm not going. And this is B. Watts. I think we heard him too. Oh, he has to come in there and be spotless. He got to come be. No, he don't have to be perfect. Take the easy plays. That means if it's 3 and out, but you made the right calls, when they watch the tape, all they can say is, "Hey, he made the right
He
calls."
made the
It's
right
up to the
call.
players to make the plays. So you go from there. Now, when it comes down to that 2 minutes and it's game time. Now that's when you got to take advantage of. Now I need to take chances and go over the top. But let me say this right quick, JR. It's amazing on how they said when it was Brett Favre and Josh Allen, and I'm gonna give you another one. When it was saying for your boy Aaron Rodgers, what far. All he did was turn the ball over when he was young, interception. Boy, the gunslinger. Did you see the way he did it? Oh, he's so competitive. Did you see the drive? Tom Brady cussed his offensive line out and everything. It's just something about Tom. Tom just knows how to push him. Let's go something else again. I'm gonna tell you something, a secret. Did y'all see Joe Burrow the other day in the regular season preseason game when Joe Burrow was on the 10-yard line? He went back, he did that spin that Shedeur did, went back to the
Oh yeah,
in
yeah,
his end zone,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
sacked
yeah,
him and he went on the 1-yard line. Did
yeah.
anybody go and say anything about that?
Oh,
No,
come on now.
I see that.
Come on now. That's not fair. Because Joe
Yeah.
Burrow a made man. He worked
Oh,
$255
so
million
now
dollars
we
to that
got made
organization.
man.
He a made man. He worth $255
Who
million
made him?
dollars. So
Who
he
Hey,
made
get
him?
Joe
Who
Burrow
made him?
gets Joe
I
Burrow
got
essentially gets 255 million mistakes. Shador
JR,
contract is how much?
JR,
Your leeway for mistakes is very short, Shador. That's all I'm saying, man.
hey,
You
Oh,
can't make
oh,
that comparison. You cannot
hey,
make that comparison. We
well,
talking
yeah,
about
let me
a
make this
franchise
comparison.
quarterback. We may
No, let me
believe
make this
Shador is a
comparison. B.
franchise
Watts, I want to
quarterback,
say this
but
one. I want to
reality,
say
he
this
not a
one right
franchise
quick.
quarterback right now.
But he made. Oh, wait. But he still made the same play Shadur made,
yeah, he did.
That's two
and
different
he's been. Hey,
parallels,
and he's been
man.
to the Super Bowl.
Then why didn't you compare him to Lamar Jackson? When
No,
Lamar
no, no,
Jackson
no,
fumbled in the playoffs. Come on,
no. I'm
man.
gonna
Don't
compare.
do that, man. Come
I'm gonna
on, don't do
compare him to
that.
Mahomes. I'm gonna compare it to Mahomes. I
Okay,
saw
another
Mahomes
made
against the
man. We
Tampa.
talking about
Wait.
made men.
Oh,
They
now we
all
now we
is
mafia.
Patrick Mahomes
Now we
is Patrick
mafia.
Mahomes not a made man in the NFL? Is Lamar
No,
Jackson not a
hey,
made
hey,
man?
hey.
They're made
I go
men in
on
the
plays.
NFL.
I go on play. You tell me about
I'm
plays.
I'm just saying they made man. It go by the contract. They made man. They're the highest paid at their professions. So are they not made men? Be wise. Does
Hey, I
that
got
not
to
make
move on, bro.
sense?
I got to move on. I got to move on.
I'm
I
just
appreciate y'all.
saying,
Appreciate y'all.
man.
Let's talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado
Coach
football.
Brown.
I need to give me 15 minutes. I don't want no mama. All right. Good discussion. I like this. Grown folks talking about the situation. I like that. I like it. All right. Coach Prime went on, did his press conference. He named KSalter as his starting quarterback. I think we already knew they were going to do that. But let me
That
hear
we
your
knew.
take on the decision about
Salt in
what
the
Coach
chat.
Prime did.
Salt in the chat.
Go ahead, JR. I'm Steve.
Look, we knew the obvious, right? For as talented as Juju is, or he will become, you'd be foolish to not go with the experience. We talking about what K-Salt, this is fifth year of NCAA college football experience. He has a proven track record as an undefeated regular season under his belt already. So when Coach Prime reached into that portal to bring him to that university, he already had in mind that that's a guy that I want to lead my team. All right. See you, believe it or not, with all the talent we lost last year to the draft and guys trying to chase the NFL dream, the talent that they brought in this year is very senior led. It's very senior led. So it would only make sense to have a guy with experience lead those troops into battle. I wouldn't dare put my young airmen out there on the front lines and say, "You the one, you leading us into the battle of Hiroshima? Are you leading us into the battle of the Congo? That just don't make sense. So what Coach Prime did made so much sense. Allow Juju to continue to develop in the program, give him some spot duty here and there. But K Salt was gonna be the man from day one. And B Watts called it a long time ago with his salt and all that. I'm surprised he ain't got salt shakers all lined up behind him. But he called it a long time ago. And I was with him. So that's a good call by Coach Prime in Colorado.
Well, the difference is Coach Prime allowed each quarterback to get first team reps. He had a true competition. You even had Staub getting first team reps and competing against the first team and had talented players with him so he could compete for the starting job. You had Juju get first team reps, even though he's 17 years old, he got first team reps and had talent around him to compete. Now, if anybody was a made man, you would say Salt is a made man. If you go undefeated, then you come back and you have another winning season when you have nobody, when you have hardly any talent on your team and you still win 8 games and your ankle is jacked up, you pretty much a made man. You was at Tennessee. People need to know he was one of the top quarterbacks coming out of high school. He was one.
Hmm.
That was when you had J.J. McCarthy there. You ain't dealing with no chump. So you're dealing with talent. But what I like was this here. It was a true competition whether or not people go there. And then something else I like about Coach Prime. Coach Prime put Juju out in spring ball and had him with the starters. He put K Salt in there with the second string group. And K Salt still showed that he still make that salt shaker move people up and down that field. All I'm saying when it pertains to it, when you got a coach that's invested in winning, everybody wins. When you got a coach invested in making sure, he's right, you get a winner and you're going to get a loser. And that's not what you're going to do. So that's why I say great, congrats to K Salt. But I also say congrats to Juju and Star. Colorado is in good hands. And I also see Juju having set plays that he's going to get. Juju's going to play. Juju's going to play, period. And something I will tell you, B. Watts, Salt better not get injured. Because if Salt get injured, he might not get back in there. Because if they go on a roll with Juju, Juju gonna be there 3 years and he gone. Back to you, B Wise.
All right. Appreciate y'all take on that. Let's look at what are some of the things y'all gonna be looking at doing this on Friday with all your text.
The thing I'll be looking at the most is see you gonna have a running attack. Like that's period point blank, man. Are you gonna have a running attack? Yes or no? Because if you're gonna deploy a running attack, then you should probably deploy it early and often. That's even if you're using a quarterback on design runs or broken plays or whatever the case may be. But are you gonna have a running attack? Because if you're not gonna have a running attack and we looking at a rewind of last year, then we could probably predict the season already. We could say, well, the ceiling is 9, the floor is what? 4. So are they gonna have a rushing attack, Uncle Steve?
I can't hear you, JR. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I said, will they have a rushing attack? Because if not,
Okay.
they'll
JR,
look the
agree with
same.
everything you said. JR, I agree with everything you said. If Colorado is about winning, it starts on the left side of that offensive line. They need to pound the ball. If they want to beat Georgia Tech, I'm going to tell you something right now. If they don't run the ball 25 to 30 times, they're not beating Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech tongue should be out their mouth in that fourth quarter. They should pound that ball. That altitude is going to get them. And Georgia Tech defensive line is not big. They do not have a
Mhm.
big defensive line. So if they don't pound the ball, because Georgia Tech is going to play like North Dakota State, that's exactly how they play. They're going to be just like North Dakota State. They are going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. It's imperative that K-Salt, all K-Salt has to do is get first downs, move the
That's
chain.
it.
K-Salt, don't come and try to be no savior. Don't come and try to hit no big plays, but move the chain. With your defense, K-Salt, If you get 24 points and do not turn the ball over, see you winning. With that defense, no turnovers, and KSalt moving the chain by running the ball with his using his feet. Don't turn into Lamar Jackson and listen to them folks and trying to make you at a pass quarterback. Use your feet, and you can take us to the promised land. Back to you, B. Watts.
Okay. When Georgia Tech got the ball, Colorado on defense, what should they do to stop that quarterback?
Uh, Look, you got to make that quarterback think about running that ball. And Uncle Steve know the sweet music of the blue tent. He know. So you got to make him think about running that ball. So when he decide, because he gonna run it, and when he runs it, you got to put it on him. It can't be easy.
He a
He
big old
got to
dude though,
earn
JR.
every yard.
That's a big old dude, JR.
Yeah, but you have to, because that is the essence of Georgia Tech's offense. Running back, quarterback run. Running back, quarterback run. They not going to veer from that. Again, they beat Miami and the young man only threw 6 passes. He only threw the ball 6 times in the game. And they beat Miami like 28-24 or something like that. So if
Yeah.
you run the ball 6 times and you still able to put up 28 points, I mean, you throw the ball 6 times, you put up 28 points still. What that tell you, B. Watts? He running fearless, Uncle Steve. So you got to be able to put him on his behind. Make him a passer, put him on his behind. So that's how you stop that. Get to him early, get to him often.
Uh, JR, it seemed like your mic went off, but I definitely agree with everything you said, JR. Me, this is what I'm looking at. They need to go in there discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. You have to cut all those mistakes. You cannot give them extra first downs. You can't go in there with that silly stuff of punching players and all of that talking and then getting 15-yard penalties on personal fouls and stuff like. If you do that, you're gonna get ran out the building. You're gonna have them folks sitting up there smoking dope and eating cookies and potato chips. What you got to do, what you have to do is this. When that quarterback runs, that's the time for those linebackers like JB. JB and them need to come up there and Salter and knock the snot at him. Every time, and
Mm-hmm.
Big Barnes, every time he runs, you need to lay on him. And when he go to the ground, an elbow should be going with him. You should
Mm-hmm.
hit him every time. It ain't no freebies. If he wants to run and act like he Earl Campbell, you make sure he walk like Earl Campbell, and that's walking with crutches, because it's your job to put him in that medical tent. He should not get those free runs, and y'all doing all that stuff where y'all coming up with that crap you practice with. Somebody got to lay the wood. We call it laying the wood where I'm from, and that's what they got to
Mm-hmm.
do. So I agree with you, JR. But this is where it goes. They have to be disciplined and they have to be physical. They got to get physical with Georgia Tech, because Georgia Tech gonna come in and try to pump them. So
Mm-hmm.
who got the biggest stick? Back to you, B. Watts.
But it's your get on the fly. Hey, don't you be late no more. Hey, check this out. Check this out. Which player on the defensive side must have a good game for Colorado to win?
On the
Or
defensive
maybe a group.
side,
If not a player, maybe a group.
I was gonna give you a player. It was gonna be your
All right,
boy.
give me a player. Give me a player.
You
Talk
know
to
who
me.
he is? Big 92, Free Barnes. He got to have a game, man. If we gonna stop the run, Barnes is gonna be the linchpin to stopping that, B Watts. So shout out to your boy, Big 92, Free Barnes. That's who I got for you, Uncle Steve. 92.
I can't hear you anymore, JR. So I'll go unless you still going. But where I'm going to go is this one here. I believe McNeil has to have a big game. McNeil needs to have a big game, and the one behind McNeil, the linebackers. If they don't have a big game, we're done. We're done. That means that quarterback it's gotten too many first downs. So if I see McNeil out there and McNeil is getting in that backfield causing havoc like he did in Texas Tech, it's a rout. If McNeil play like Texas Tech game, it's going to be a rout. Colorado can rout him because he's causing all kind of pressures. One thing I can tell you is this one here. One thing I know for sure, Arden Walker's going to do his part. I can guarantee you Arden Walker is going to show up. I can guarantee you, these are guaranteed. Stoudemire going to do his thing. And I got confidence in McKinney. So I need McNeil and those linebackers to do their part, and we got a big W. Back to you, BY.
All right. Which running back you expect to have a good game for Colorado?
The running back I expect to have the biggest game is gonna be that number 20, man. The Kalen Taylor. Look, he gonna be all over the field in the forms of special teams. He gonna be on the field, running back, probably definitely third down situations. If it's a passing situation, he'll probably be out there. So I think it's gonna be DeKalon Taylor. Big playability, very explosive. So I want to see him have a big run. I want to see him hit his head on the goalpost. I want to see him get the ball on one of those read options and KSalt put it in his belly. He take that, boom, fire off, and he run for 75 yards. That's what I want to see. So I think it's going to be DeKalon Taylor, known as Track Hawk. That's the running back I got.
Okay.
Well, JR, I think you nailed it. But I'm gonna add this to it. I think Trackhawk is going to have some nice plays, but I think it's going to be a combination. I really do think all three running backs are going to have some explosive plays and have a good game. This is the only thing I add. Please don't put the ball on the ground. That's the only thing I ask them not to do, because I see all three running backs, and especially Welch. I think and that's what with Welch. I think Welch is going to have a game in which Welch is going to get quite a few first downs. I just want him to keep feeding. I just want it. Don't try to do too much Welch. Get down. Don't try to fight 10 and 11 people. Keep running. When 3 people on you, get down, because they're going after the ball. But I honestly believe all 3 running backs are going to have a very good game, but Trackhawk is going to be the one that had the most explosive plays. Back to you, B. Watts.
When you look at the defensive side, who you think will have the most tackles at the end of the game?
Oh man, that's. I mean, I would have to go with a linebacker. Traditionally speaking, I would probably go with a linebacker. So I'm looking at that boy from Memphis, Tennessee, man. Say, man, hey, man, what up, man? That how you say it, Unc? Say, man, hey, man, what up, man? So I gotta go with that man from Memphis, Tennessee, by the name of French, man. I think he gonna get it done, man. He fly around the field and he play with a type of enjoyment and excitement that I like to see out of a linebacker. So I think it's gonna be that boy French, man. What up, Memphis, man?
Hey, JR, the only thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make it quick. We is who gonna do it.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. No, man. Which wide receiver will have the most catches?
I gotta go with my boy A1 Day One. Give me O Miller, man. Give me O Miller. If this ain't your time, when is it?
Yeah.
Uncle Steve, if it ain't his time, when is it, man? Give me O, man. Give me shout out to my boy O, man.
The wide receiver coach said he ain't consistent.
Oh man, I don't care what Coach Phillips say. Get on the ball, man. Let that man do some work.
JR, I'm in 1,000% agreement with you when it pertains to that. If it's not man, I'm gonna sit back and say, come on, folks. Come on, folks. What are we doing? If doing? And I'm gonna throw this to O. Oh, it's your time, O. It's your time. Because if not, I will tell you this one here. One person I trust is this one here. The other Miller. I trust Draylon.
Absolutely.
They can run plays for Draylon, and I know Draylon's going to be where he's supposed to, and he's going to make the play. So if O don't do it, your boy Sincere going to take over.
That B Watts
Back to
boy.
you, B Watts.
Well, y'all just don't know. Y'all better hear me when it comes to color. Cecile Brown gonna walk away with about 10 catches, close to 200 yards, and
Oh Lord.
at least 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that's my prediction. He just 6'5", 4'3", bro. You see how he's smoking DJ McKinnon in practice. RJ and all.
B Watts, you Kenny Pickett loving Kentucky Fried Chicken licking. Man, get out of here with that foolishness.
Oh man, Kenny Pickett finger licking good. God dog, man.
Oh hell no, bro! This dude called me a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh man.
Oh hell no, bro! Here, man. Excuse me. I got no question. I'm trying to end it at 129. All right, listen. When it comes to special teams, kicking a 45-yard field goal, the model or the other guy?
Look, it got to be the other guy, man. Look, I look. Hey, model we trust from 40 and in. I'm just saying.
Give me 45.
But that's what I'm saying. From 40 and in, give me model. 45 and out. Oh no, dog. Give me the big boot. Give me Buck Buchanan. That's what you brought him in for. So roll him out there and let him kick that thing, man. But shout out to Mata though, But I'm just saying, give me Buck Buchanan, man.
B Watts, this is where I go with Coach Prime. He's just so nice. If I see Ben Fenneset go out there on them first plays, and I see Mata go out there, I'm just gonna throw my doggone hat up off my head and say, "Man, I'd have lost my money. I'd have lost my money. I'd have lost. It's rigged. I'm gonna say it's rigged. It's rigged. He did me very badly. He didn't want me to win that money. He didn't want me to win that money."
I don't want you to have a heart attack in there like that, but I saw something very, very interesting in them well-off tapes today. It was a safety back there, and it wasn't 7. It wasn't 7. It wasn't 7 back there with Carter. It was another number.
Hey,
so we'll see.
I need to keep a bias back there. I saw number 28 back there, Steve.
I look, B. Watts calling number. I ain't calling.
I don't care what well off is showing. We got people with money on the books. If I see 28 out there, I'm telling them, cancel my dog, cancel everything I said. Ain't nothing going because something ain't right. This is Keith Sweat. When Keith Sweat say something just ain't right, if you plan to win. And I like Ben. If we kicking the ball off, Ben in the game. If that game started, we ain't got Bayard and started my back there safety, man, miss me with that. I'm done. I'm done. Y'all, and I like Ben. I like Ben when it comes to Uncle Ben's rice. I like Ben when it comes to the Cracker Barrel. I like all that. But when it comes to on that field, man, give me them brothers out there. Stop it. Let's go. Keep it moving.
Hey, you feel good starting off a game, boy. I said, man, what Coach Ryan doing, man?
Hey.
He got starved about that starting quarterback. Then that safety.
I was looking, I was like, man, somebody must be in a yellow jersey or something. But then I saw Takeefa Byard run across and, oh, man, come on, what is we doing? But, hey, if he earned it, I guess. Hey.
Like my next door neighbor said.
Hey, B. Watts, I think Ben watched your show because Ben made a comment saying, I hear all the people saying about me and, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna shock the world. Well, I don't want you to shock the world. Muhammad Ali already did that. All I want you to do is go on kickoff return.
Chill out. Ben taking shots at all of us, huh? Hey, shout out to Ben, man. Hey, do your thing,
Big
Ben.
dog.
Do your
Oh,
thing,
fuck.
dog.
Big
Do
dog.
it.
I don't want you to shot me with me. We already been shot. Hey, I was shocked when Donald Trump got elected, so don't shock me no more.
Hey, stop.
I'm tired of being shot.
Oh, man. Oh,
Oh,
man.
but y'all here, man. Y'all here, man. It's been a good night, man. But yeah, man. What y'all expect? How the turnout gonna be? We're in, man. What you think? How the game gonna turn out, JR?
Look, I think it's gonna be I think it's early, it's gonna be a little back and forth, right? Teams gotta get their feet settled. Coaches gotta get their rhythm of calling and seeing what players really showing up on the field and all of that stuff. So adjustments will be made. But again, I got CU winning by 10, 27-17. Think they'll figure it out in Folsom Field, get them by 10. But I know one thing. I know Georgia Tech gonna come in physical. We'll see you match that physicality.
Right.
I got CU. I got CU doing it. And I see CU getting about 27. And if my man cooking like he's supposed to, and then I also looking for a big special teams play from one of the special team players that we have. We get a big play in special teams, a block punt or a nice return, we can get 30. But if we get anything over 27 and lose, man, I'll lose it. Because I'm like, with that defense, as long as we ain't trying to be cute and do double reverses and all that mess and just run the ball on the left-hand side and then get to the right on the others and make sure on 3rd and 1 we go to Jordan, load up on Jordan Seaton's side with an extra offensive lineman and run the ball, it's a win. This should be a Bill Belichick game. We're running the football. We're going to be physical. We're going to do play action on a few plays. We'll take it over the top when we got them, but we're going to depend on our defense, and we're going to use special teams to keep them deep on their end. If Colorado plays that kind of game, it'll be Colorado can roll them by 10 to 13 points. Back to you, B. Watts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have watched another edition of Sports Talk with B. Watts. I want to thank JR Boxing and Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve came in, back in, and just did what he always do, and that's deliver. Once again, I want to thank the chat. One of y'all the best. Y'all are the best chat group on YouTube, and I'm glad to have y'all a part of Sports Talk with B. Watts. And don't forget to tune in all week long. Sports Talk with B. Watts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. As soon as the game go off, Georgia Tech and Colorado, I will be doing a live. All right. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in to another edition of Sports Talk with B. Watts. Yeah, give us your last words. Yeah, we'll go to Uncle Steve.
Hey man, it's always a pleasure chopping it up with the fellas, with the men of the chat, man. Hey, the people in the chat, salute to y'all, man, holding it down. Hey, y'all was on my head again, but look, I'm just gonna give y'all the real, man. It is what it is. Give y'all the real. Um, Salute to you, B Watch, for curating the spot, man. Uncle Steve came in hot, mowed me down, friendly fire. He gave us a history lesson. Hey, but that's why Uncle Steve, man. He the
Yeah.
big Unc, not the little one. So salute to y'all fellas, man. But it's always a pleasure chopping it up with y'all on this panel and the people in the chat, man. Salute, salute, salute.
It is always a pleasure to get on here with the man sitting next to the man, Mr. JR Boxing himself, who's coming up and who's gonna one day have the JR Boxing show. So y'all better get ready for that, because when he has his podcast and doing this thing, y'all need to all run. B Watts, keep doing what you're doing, young man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being great. People out there in the chat, one thing I can tell y'all the best of the best of the best. I'm gonna leave y'all with this one here. They tell us all the time about somebody being a 5th-round draft. I saw somebody who just came 1 week into practice. They wasn't drafted, and they was getting reps with the first team. But you tell everybody else, oh, he's a 5th-round draft pick, and that's where he's supposed to play. I tell y'all, miss me with them lies. That man just got through whooping somebody's head up on the street, got acquitted of it, got in there, ain't practiced 1 week, get in there and get first team reps for the Cleveland Browns. And you gonna tell me about 12 can't get first team reps. Man, I tell y'all miss me. I ain't got nothing to say for Cleveland. I ain't hoping. That medical tent will be live and in color. Shedeur Sanders, get ready. Listen to me when I tell you this here. Game 6, that boy that they call the plane, he's going to get in about game 3. Game 2 or 3, you can go and get the stretcher for that statue called Joe Flacco. It's your time then, little man who was on that laughing on that sideline. You'll get game 3, 4, and 5. You'll know what they mean by PTSD when they get through hitting your little tail. You'll know about that. So after that, 12, get ready. It's your time to shine. And you will be in the game because they got no choice. They don't want to get touchy fingers out there. So it'll be your time. Be ready. Be wise. Love you. Love y'all. Keep being great. Have a great day. And it's always nice to be on the Be Wise Show.
Appreciate you, JR. Appreciate you, Unc Steve. Y'all have a blessed day, man. Y'all are the best, man. I always look for Tuesday, man. God bless y'all and your family as well.
Do it, homie, it can't be done.
Right there. Him.
I've been chasing these dreams, falling down my team. I make bread while I sleep. I don't stress, I just breathe. Being broke ain't my thing. I've been chasing these dreams.